the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions. From around your block to around the world, The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com. The Art Lewis Show is presented by Westside Decorating Center.
Yes, indeed, Westside Decorating Center at 5789 State Street. Everything you need for home decorating, you're going to find it there. We'll talk to its owner, Mike Stoddard, coming up on Focus right after the 11 o'clock news this morning. But for the beginning of this hour, we're going to talk about something different. It's been in the news, and it's I would categorize it as a stress reliever, even though I haven't done it yet. Cuddling a cow. Did you ever wake up in the morning and say, I think I want to cuddle a cow today? Well, unless you're a farmer, you might not have thought that. But we're going to find out about it this morning because it's happening on a farm nearby. And with us to talk about it from the Schomaker farm is Taylor Schomaker. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you cuddle a cow this morning?
I sure did. After those winds, we had to go make sure all the fences were intact. So,
oh my goodness! So I have to ask Taylor. I mean, I'd heard about this, and the name, first of all, cuddling a cow, creates all these wonderful images. How did this come about?
Yeah, so this year, every year, this is our fourth operating year, and we have done things to create educational experiences for kids and adults, and it's evolved over the past few years, but this year we started a 4-H program. So we bought these cows, and Cooper, the steer, is actually paired with a local community member, a young child, Billy, and he's raising Cooper, and then he'll sell him at fair this year. So just in starting that, watching the kids and adults and everyone interact with these cows that we brought home, it was just awesome. So we thought, you know what, why does this have to be an isolated experience? Why can't we offer this to more people for them to enjoy? So then we opened the Cuddle-A-Cow experience where people can sign up for a half-hour or more time slot, and they choose the amount that they want to donate to the farm. So we have a tiered system. They can pick, if they want to pay towards a new shelter or pay for hay for a week, and they pick their own rate, and then they come to the farm, enjoy time with the cows, and even after, just get a mini tour of the farm and just immersed in our farm life.
Did you ask the cows what they thought about this?
I'd have to say they love the snacks, so they get like a buffet on these days.
So there is a little benefit for the cow then, more than just getting somebody grabbing them around the neck, so to speak.
Right. They get cookies and carrots and a little mix. When the kids shake their buckets, the cows know to come and see what they've got in them.
No kidding. Now, these are young cows, right?
Yes. These are about 7 to 8 months. Yep.
And you have a boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl.
Okay. Yep. So are they different in personality?
I would say yes. Cookie, who is the heifer, the girl, she's a little bit more spunky. Both cows are half Highland, but she was bred with a belted Galloway, so she definitely has a little bit more spunk to her. And then Cooper is very, very docile. So if towards the end of the day, if he's relaxing, chilling, you could lay down right next to him and he wouldn't mind. So they definitely have personalities of their own.
So it's harder to cuddle the girl.
Yeah, Cookie. Yep.
Cookie. I just can't picture this. When we say cuddle, I mean, what are people doing? They get with the cow.
Yeah, so when we welcome them onto our farm, we do a brief education and introduction because, I explain it to people, they're walking into their bedroom. So we want to make sure the
cow's bedroom.
Right. We want to make sure that they feel comfortable and that they're realizing they're in their environment, and it might take them a minute to warm up. So we get them their bucket of treats. We get them a brush. I've got some selfie sticks that I give out sometimes if people want to use those. And we take them into the pen and show them around and make sure that they feel comfortable. We answer any questions, and then the time is theirs. We have a picnic table. They can hang out. We have the feeder and different opportunities. So people will follow the cows around. They'll feed them. They'll take pictures. If it's towards the end of the day when the cows get kind of tired, Cooper will sometimes lay down towards the back, so then kids can go down and sit back with them. So it just depends. Every single experience is a little bit different.
We don't normally think of cows as pets.
Mm-hmm.
Do they act like pets? I mean, if I go into that penned area and I have that bucket with treats and I shake it, will a cow come over to me?
They sure will come over. And you know what's funny? Just to give you a visual, you know how dogs get the zoomies? Our sweet little cows also get the zoomies. So yeah, they act just like pets. We only have 2, so we're not a huge operation. But as it builds over the next few years, yeah, it'll be fun to see the different sizes because these ones are only about 400 pounds right now.
Only.
Right. Well, in contrast, they get up to 2,000 pounds sometimes, depending on, the breed and how they're raised. So it's going to be very exciting to see it.
I guess. So let's talk about, you keep referring to, time slots. You must reserve. You don't just walk onto the farm and say, here I am, I want to hug a cow, right?
Right. So we are a produce farm first. So we farm 30 acres of produce on our farm, and our time slots are structured around when we have the ability to host people. So we're still playing around with that, and it'll change every month. But all you would do is go on to our website, which you can find on our Facebook page, and then you choose your rate. Whether
what is your website?
Schomaker Farms on Facebook will link you to our Square site.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And so you go onto the website and you choose your rate, whatever donation you feel it works for your family. Whatever rate you choose is for your entire group.
You say family, how many people can do this at one time?
We recommend only 4 per group because that's enough so that everyone can give a treat, stuff like that. So if you have 5 or more, we don't say no. We just are mindful of that or encourage booking 2 sessions, so a full hour. So everyone gets their turn with the brush.
It's a half-hour session.
Yeah.
Typically, because of your farming, what time of day are we talking about?
So right now we're rotating. It's every weekend. One weekend it's a Saturday. The next weekend it's a Sunday. And to make sure everyone gets the best experience, it's only 10 to 2, just so that the cows don't get extra tired or anything like that.
And where is the farm located?
We are in the heart of Thomas Township. So that is right near...
That's where I live. All right, good.
Crooked Creek Golf Course. That's the road that we're on. Letty Road.
Letty Road?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yep.
No kidding. Oh, I don't have to go that far to hug a cow. Got some people I'd like to take with me just to see the reaction.
Oh, and it's so fun. It's a whole experience. Right now is lambing season and then kidding season to follow. So there's a lot more than just cows you get in your experience, too.
You get to hug a goat or a lamb. I mean,
Right. And boy, oh boy, are they cute.
And when you say hug, I mean, I've seen a picture of somebody literally wrapped around the neck of a cow. Cow was down on the ground and, laying there, and these people are just surrounding him. And the cow didn't seem to care.
Yeah. Cooper definitely will let you do that. If he's relaxed and hanging out in the sunshine, absolutely. Cookie, it depends on the day.
And the treats.
Yeah, right, exactly. What you have to give her, yeah.
We're going to take a break and come back and talk more about cuddling a cow at the Schomaker Farm in Thomas Township. All right, excuse me, but I was just filling up my produce bin talking to Taylor Schomaker from Schomaker Farms in Thomas Township because we're talking about cuddling a cow, but you are produce farmers.
Correct.
And you also do U-Pick.
We do. We highlight a lot of things you pick. So we kick off our season. This year we'll have asparagus, so we're going to offer that you pick depending on the crop. And then around July we transition to raspberries. We have black, red, and purple.
Oh, you said the magic word. Black raspberries are my favorite. I can remember days, I traveled quite a bit, and I was out at Pike's Market in Seattle, walking through that wonderful market. And I passed a stand where they had a pint container of black raspberries. I bought it. I walked that entire market, ate the whole thing like candy. Just popping those black raspberries. I love them. Used to have some wild ones, but don't have them anymore. So U-Pick is still a viable thing for farms, isn't it?
Yeah, and for us, since we are a smaller operation and very much still growing, this is our 4th growing season we're heading into. It really works out well because labor has been a huge concern for us. So with it primarily being, my husband and I and his parents out there, and then occasionally we get some really awesome kids, but just that being able to afford it and find it, all of that for new farmers, that's really tricky. So U-Pick offers a really wonderful experience for everyone.
So where do you take the products that are not U-Picked? Do you go to farmers markets, or what do you do?
Yeah, so we have a roadside stand that's open 8 to 8 every day in May through the end. So we primarily sell there, and we try to keep it stocked. And then we started, my husband and I, the Thomas Township Farmers Market, which runs on Mondays from 4 to 7 p.m. from the last week in June to the second week in October.
Where?
It's at Roberts Park on Miller Road. And that is an awesome market. Last year, we averaged 1,000 patrons a market, which was super exciting. Oh. Yeah, we usually have 3 food trucks, and this year we have 27 seasonal vendors that are returning, and there's some new ones on the list. So it's an awesome market to be a part of, and we're really proud of it.
This is only on Mondays?
Yes.
And what time?
4 to 7.
And what season?
It's from the last week in June to the second week in October.
Pretty much harvest season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Farmers markets have sprouted up everywhere.
Absolutely, yep.
It's become a thing. I mean, it really is huge now.
Yeah, well, and it's so fun, the ambiance of being at the farmers market. It makes you feel good, and connecting with local growers and bakers and all the things. It really is.
Well, the other thing,
awesome.
too, is the product you're getting just came off the field.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, or out of the oven.
Or out of the oven. Doesn't get much fresher.
Right.
Doesn't get much fresher.
Right.
And you can always bring a cow with you and have people come.
I don't think they'll fit in my trailer with all the veggies, but.
So, literally, I mean, I find this fascinating. Being from the Bronx, New York, as I told you before the show, I knew nothing about agriculture before I moved here. And in many ways, still don't understand why people do it, because it's got to be one of the hardest lives there is. And without any guarantees. But yet, there's something about working the land that grabs you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. There's absolutely nothing like, starting and growing these things, because we start most of our things from seed on our farm, and watching that over the seasons, nurturing it and having it come to fruition, and then selling it and have people just be so happy and satisfied with your product and the service that you're providing to them. And, that also transpires into these educational opportunities.
So I have to ask,
did
you grow up a farmer or did you marry into it?
So what's funny? Really neither. Ryan and I bought the farm from Grandma Schomaker, and neither one of us was raised, immersed in agriculture. We didn't farm. The farm itself was a cash crop operation. So my background is in clinical nutrition, so I have loved education and food to pair. So when we moved here at the time, I was doing what was called a bring your own jar event. It was meal prep events in the community, and we put up a greenhouse and we said, okay, well, we'll just grow produce for that. And like we just talked about, the satisfaction that you get when you're growing your own produce or raising your own animals, there's nothing like it. And it just once we started getting the community feedback that they loved it, it just took off from there, and we never looked back. So a lot of learning on the fly. I was
going to say, I mean, if you didn't come in with the knowledge of how to run a farm, I mean, it's not an easy job.
But my husband is absolutely wonderful. He
What
can.
did he do?
He worked at Dow for quite a long time, I think just shy of 10 years, and then as an operator. And then he transitioned when we knew that we needed, less swing shifts, things like that. He is now a lineman. So his apprenticeship is done here in April. And that just worked out best for our family. And then I work from home in private practice. So we both have.
So you still do your nutritional counseling?
Yep.
Are you a registered dietitian, or you are?
I am, yep, and I specialize in kidney disease and diabetes.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh. Did you ever work for a hospital, or?
I worked in long-term care first, and then I transitioned into dialysis, and that's kind of where my heart lies. I love being able to help those in the nephrology world, anyone with renal disease or diabetes.
And how does nutrition come into play?
Yeah, well, it's fascinating because when...
I'm dragging you in a whole different direction. You hear that, don't you?
Well, and I'm so passionate about all of it, right? I could talk forever. But it's wonderful because when consuming appropriate nutrition, you can help delay or prevent the start of dialysis. So that's my role in chronic kidney disease. How can we protect your kidneys and preserve their function for as long as possible?
Drink a lot of water.
Yeah, that's part of it for sure.
So just out of curiosity then, you're not affiliated with a hospital?
No.
You're an independent contractor?
Yep, my practice is called Enlightened Nutrition.
And so do you get referred, or can people come directly to you?
Either or. I do accept insurance, so a lot of my clientele has Medicare, because Medicare covers for those with diabetes or renal disease 100% of their services. So oftentimes I get referrals from local nephrologists, but I also get referrals from primary cares or people that just find us on the internet, and then we go through, the benefits verification, but we do cash pay too if someone doesn't have insurance or what have you.
When do you have time to farm?
Right. Well, it's definitely been a grind, learning a lot as we go and trying to keep up. But I mean, when you're motivated and absolutely loving what you do, it doesn't ever feel like work, right? It feels like, how can I have bigger impact? How can I, reach more people, all of those things.
And the advantage is you can work from home.
Exactly. Yep.
Well, your husband, on the other hand, it's up on some pole someplace.
Right, and he's on storm today after this crazy weather. So I definitely think we're a good duo. We're both very hard workers but inspired, and it takes both of those things to stay committed to these endeavors that we've started.
I want to go back to where we started this with cuddling a cow. Is there a season for cuddling the cow? I mean, is there a certain period of time when you can do this?
So this is our first growing season, so our goal is to host it every month. The dates might change, so about midway we'll post the next month. So right now we have March posted, and in a week or two we'll have April posted. So we're just going to see how it fits in around the growing season, but there will be sessions offered monthly throughout until the end of the year.
Okay, so I want to go back to your website. You mentioned that you can go to Schomaker Farms on Facebook. If somebody doesn't have Facebook, how do they get to your website?
Yeah, if you Google Schomaker Farms, you will be able to see our phone number and my email and everything on our Google profile. We don't have a website specifically. We have a Square website that manages our bookings and different things. So Facebook, we post the most, and then we started a YouTube channel if you're curious about seeing some of the different educational things and tours we're doing. And then we have that Google site that you can look us up on.
Social media.
Right.
Gotcha, huh?
Well, like I said, how can we help more people and get that bigger reach? And part of that is making sure that we're accessible to all. So even those that can't come out to the farm, they can still enjoy their endeavors virtually by watching some of the weekly YouTube things that we post.
Wow. Well, Taylor, this has been fun. I'm going to have to come out and see the cows.
Oh, we'd love to have you.
And maybe we'll have to talk a little nutrition in the future, too.
Absolutely. Fun. Thank you for having me.
Taylor Schomaker, Cuddle-A-Cow. You can find him on Facebook to find out more information about it and the costs involved. And it just sounds like fun.
Oh, it is.
If you love animals, you got to love that. I mean, that's the bottom line, isn't it? You got to love animals to do it.